Hello, guys, and welcome back to our channel. So, first of all, we have changed our names to Dudes Banter, and the reason behind this is we two dudes are going to banter from Mumbai to everyone on various topics. So, yes, from today onwards, we are Dudes Banter now. So, yes, congratulations, Nikhil, on becoming a member of Dudes Banter.
Oh, so I thought you are dude, I am banter.
मस्त जोक मारा रे ये हंस रे हलकट हंस
So dudes.
Yeah, I think it works either way.
So
So,
what are you
yes,
calling us from now? So you are dude, I am better, or you are banter, I am dude.
depends.
Yeah, so we will sort it out later. First, we will move forward with the topic in the hand. So yeah, go. What are we going to talk today?
Yes. So today we are going to discuss about the T20 series, which has started between India and South Africa. Currently, two matches have been completed out of the four matches, and the series currently stands at 1-1, with India winning the first game at Durban and South Africa winning the second game. Actually, I can't pronounce the name of the venue, but yeah, they won the second game. And currently it is 1-1, the series with two more games to go. And the next game is scheduled on 13 November, the third game. So let's see who takes the lead in the series for that game. And after that, the series will be decided. So, yes, we'll start from the first game initially, which was played on 8th of November, and which India won the game by 61 runs. And India scored 202 in the first innings, with Sanju Samson contributing with another 100. That is his second 100 in a row. And yes, other major contributors being Tilak Verma and Surya Kumar Yadav with the bat. So that took our total to 202 for 8. So yes, Nikhil, any thoughts on our batting in the first inning of the first game?
Oh, so there are too many thoughts. Actually, there are positives and there are also negatives at the same time because if we see this inning, Sanju Samson scored a century, and after that, I guess Abhishek was had gotten out on 4 runs. I think no, so,
7.
at 7 runs. Yeah. After that, also there were some good performances, but yeah, kudos to Sanju who single-handedly took India to the score total of 202. Actually, if you see, almost 55% of the runs were scored by him. And
Yes.
from the other end, he got the support, but it was like थोड़ा थोड़ा लोग थे थोड़े लोग नहीं थे. Yeah, so I guess right now what we can do is at the start we will summarize both the innings, like what were the key moments, and then we will deep down it, right? So yeah, you can summarize both the innings at the same time. Moy. Sorry, dude, you can summarize the both innings, dude.
Yes. So as I mentioned, the part of the first innings, the major highlight of the first innings was the innings of Sanju Samson. He scored 107 of 50 balls. And other contributors, as I said, were Tilak Verma and Surya Kumar Yadav with the bat for India, which took the total to 202 for 8. And the part of South African bowling, the major chunk of wickets were taken by Gerald Coetzee, who took 3 for 37 in his 4 overs. And other bowlers, namely Jansen, Maharaj, Kruger, and Peter, took 1 wicket each, which took their bowling tally to a total of 8 wickets of the Indian innings. And once we come to the South African innings, they had a target of 203 to chase, out of which they could only manage to achieve 141 in 17.5 overs. For them, the major contributors with the bat were Ryan Rickelton, who scored 21, Henrik Klassen, who scored 25, and surprisingly, Gerald Coetzee was the second highest scorer, who scored 23 of 11 deliveries. And yes, for India in the bowling department, Major contributors were Varun Chakravarti and Ravi Bishnoi, who got 3 wickets each. Avesh Khan got two, and Arshdeep Singh got 1 wicket. And other bowlers, Hardik and Akshar, were quite expensive compared to their. I think benefit of doubt goes to Akshar because he only bowled 1 over. So yeah, with that, India won the game by 61 runs to summarize the whole of the first game.
So yeah, this was the first game that held and India won. India won by major 61 runs actually. Good performance by our bowlers. Kudos to them. Moving on to the second match, which we thought would turn into our favor after that particular inning by Sanju Samson. But sadly, he got out on a duck today. Today, nahi, matlab जब ये match हुआ था अभी. But yeah,
Yesterday.
we were hoping to see some magic from him, but he
Yes.
got out by Marco Anson. Then the other than him, we were hoping Surya would play a inning, but he also failed. He scored around 4 runs. But Tilak proved himself here also because he scored around 20 runs. Matlab, he is showing that he is capable of scoring runs anywhere where he is given the chance. And then after that, Akshar came. He was actually run out. Other or else if he wouldn't have been run out, then I guess he could have scored more runs. But sadly,
Yes.
he got run out. He scored around 27 runs. Hardik scored the most runs, 39 runs. But sadly enough, we he scored those valuable 39 runs in 45 balls, which is good in ODI cricket, but not in T20. But I don't know. That can be this need of the situation because everybody else was not able to perform. So I guess he thought, let's stick to the ground, take his wicket over there, and carry forward the inning. And then came, I guess, Arshdeep. We were hoping actually Rinku to play well in this series, but still now he hasn't scored any big runs. He scored 9 runs in this inning, and in an earlier match he scored. He didn't score actually. He didn't get to bat. No, wait, actually he scored 11 runs. So
Hmm.
from 10 balls, he was struggling over there also, right? थोड़ा struggle दिख रहा था and he gave out his wicket. Here also he scored 9 runs from 11 balls. Gave out his wicket to Kodze. So all in all, only 3 players scored, but that also 100 के आसपास ही strike rate था. So not a T20 performance that we would expect from Indian team.
Yes. And all
And then
credit to the
came this.
bowlers as well, right? Who restricted India to 125.
Yeah, and not only one particular bowler, all the bowlers contributed in this game for
Hmm.
South Africa. Everybody took one wicket each. Keshav Maharaj was wicketless, but his economy is good. Six economy, being a spinner in the T20 format is pretty good actually.
Yes.
So other than that, everybody gave around 20 runs. 20 का average ही ज्यादा कुछ दिया नहीं. Eden Makram bowled one over. He gave out 4 runs only. So uh, I guess pretty good effort from the South African bowlers. But still, the performance that we expect from Indian team. I know that not all the wickets are pata wickets, like we say
Yes.
in Hyderabad. We have seen. Uh, Actually, in this series, the earlier where it is in Durban, Durban in Durban, they played. That was also pretty good pitch, right? So there we
Hmm.
scored also. Actually, not we, but only Sanju Samson scored pretty
Yes.
good. That's why I am saying that there are many negatives also. There are positives, but there are negatives also. If we see both the matches,
Yes.
right? So in our bowling, when we came to bowl, means when South Africa came to bat, so there were pretty good innings. Not pretty good, but thoda partnership था starting में, but that couldn't go ahead. As they restricted them. Ryan Rickelton को एक उसके out कर दिया.
Yes.
Then only Tristan Stubbs, he scored 47 runs. So what Sanju did for us in earlier match, that Tristan Stubbs did for South Africa in this match. Other than him, there are no any other batsmen who held the ground and stick to the wicket, because
Hmm.
everybody else had scored 3, 2, 7 like that only. And then again, यहाँ पे भी Kodze gave a pretty good batting performance. I guess we can call him an all-rounder right now, because he is scoring runs at a strike rate of 200. In
Yes.
earlier match also, and in this match also, he scored the strike rate of 200 and above.
Yes.
So it all-round performance from him, because he took a wicket in the while he was bowling, and he only gave out, I guess, 20 runs, 25 runs in four overs. So that is a pretty good performance from him.
Yes.
And actually, in this match, only Varun Chakravarti, we can say, played well. He got 5 wickets. He got a fiver in T20. That is pretty damn good in itself. So kudos to him. Other than that, Arshdeep took 1 wicket, so he took that in the start only. And Ravi Bushnell took 1 wicket.
Yes.
So I know you have some strong points against the bowlers in this match. You were WhatsApping me regarding that. So this is the summary. Let's deep down into it. So yeah,
Yes.
Mohit, what would you want to say about starting with Sanju Samson in both matches? I would say so. Start with it.
I think I have one point to mention before we move on to Sanju Samson कि MI वालों प्लीज कोटजी को वापस ले लो.
कि बाद में बोलना चाहिए था. Now we are focusing on India, bro.
Yes, yes. नहीं
But
इसके
that
इसके
also
ऊपर अलग
depends.
से बनाएंगे वीडियो.
हाँ, एक्चुअली दैट इज अ पॉइंट. यही यही पे बोल देता हूँ. आई डोंट नो वी विल मेक इट और नॉट, बट वो भी डिपेंड करता है ना. इज कोडसे एबल टू बोल इन मुंबई कंडीशन, बिकॉज half of the matches we play in Mumbai, right? Or at 1 KD. So is he a good bowler in that condition? Right, he
हम्म.
is performing well in South Africa where there is a bounce and all, but वो वैसा performance मुंबई में दे सकता है क्या? That is also a thing to consider. Other than that, ये performance देख के तो भाई surely लेना ही चाहिए, because he is performing with both bowling and batting.
हम्म.
राइट, 200 के ऊपर स्ट्राइक रेट और क्या चाहिए एट द एंड. वैसे भी मुंबई इंडियंस का वही हो रहा है लास्ट थ्री थ्री इयर्स में. देखो तो ऐसा कोलैप्स हो जाता है स्टार्टिंग से, एंड देन द ऑलराउंडर्स या फिर बॉलर्स को आके थोड़ा थोड़ा खेलना पड़ता है. सो आई गेस दैट इज व्हाट हैज प्रिपेयर्ड हिम ओवर हियर.
Yes. So I think Nikhil, let's come back to Sanju Samson वाला point.
अलग वीडियो बनाते हैं इसके ऊपर.
हाँ. Yes, so for Sanju Samson, I think the first game which he played, he batted really well, and it was a very attacking innings right from the start. He as a, मतलब जितना मैंने देखा कि he was attacking from the first या second over itself. First over में I think he took some time, डॉट्स एंड ऑल खेल के पिच थोड़ा एनालाइज कर लिया एंड उसके बाद ही स्टार्टेड स्कोरिंग दोज रन्स वेरी फ्रीली. एज यू सी कि he has hit 7 fours and 10 sixes in his innings. And to be fair, one of the reasons for that being, they showed one of the stats that Durban, India are still unbeaten in T20s.
Durban.
So yes, Durban is kind of a fortress for India and in South Africa. So yeah, that's another point. But looking at Sanju Samson's innings, there was contrast in both the innings. In the first game, he played with a clear mindset that he has to hold the game right from the start of the inning, because at the other end, Abhishek Sharma is not able to score runs freely as he normally scores. So he had to take the charge in the first game itself, and he knows that part of the partnership as well. Because by him playing attacking, utna pressure Abhishek Sharma se he can remove. So that might have been the
So
plan, and he continued that in the whole 50 ball innings which he played. And kudos to
so
him for that
adding
100.
Mohit, adding to it,
Hmm.
at the start of the inning, when he was playing those shots, those were not, मतलब वो बैट पे ठीक से नहीं आ रहा, टाइमिंग नहीं बैठ रहा था, because there was a restriction of the power play. That is
Hmm.
why he was getting saved. Okay, मतलब ये
Hmm.
मेरा एक ये एनालिटिक है यहाँ पे. whenever I was watching him at the start when he was hitting those balls to the boundaries, तो वो बराबर बैट पे नहीं रहता, एकदम नीचे बैठ रहा था या फिर थोड़ा सा he was uncomfortable. So but he had the clear mindset कि भाई खेल मार के करना है कुछ भी है वो, because he had to do he उसको वो बोला भी गया रहेगा कि भाई तेरे को यही करना है, that is what you
Hmm.
are sent for,
Yes.
right? And Abhishek was also trying to do the same. So yeah, coming to that partnership, kudos to him. Like you said, kudos to Sanju Samson. He proved himself, and he is the only Indian batsman who has consecutive centuries, right?
Yes.
And but yeah, coming to that opening top order, I would say that we we think that should be playing like Hyderabad, right? Like Hyderabad plays, वो एकदम aggressive खेलते हैं because Abhishek Sharma has that type of a template
Yes.
whenever he comes to bat. But yeah, in this both the innings, I don't think he was given any room, or else वो जो करना चाहता था वो करने ही मिला उसको, because he was swinging his bat, he was not able to hit those
Hmm.
to bound.
Yes.
I know you have some strong points against Abhishek Sharma also.
No, no. No, but yes, one point कि अभिषेक शर्मा का वही है कि if you might have seen that one of the stats that was put up, he only has 100 in his career so far. Other than that, he has just scored runs around 10. So that is one thing that he needs to work on, because if you see one innings of 100, and apart from that there is nothing to show for it, because if you hit 100, his first innings, if you remember the debut innings against Zimbabwe, he got out on zero, and the second game he scored 100. Right after that, there was nothing much of a contribution from him, like 10, 14, 7 या 8 ऐसे ही कुछ contribution था उसका. And if you see ki if you score 100, right, you can back it up with a not with a 50 even, but 45 या around 40s का भी score कर देता, तो that would have been a good follow up for him. Not just asking for a 50. If we would have hit a 50, that would have been a great innings for him, a great follow up for him. But वही है कि after that 100, he hasn't been able to convert the starts which he's getting.
Uh, Sorry to interrupt, but correction कि वो उसको start ही नहीं मिल रहा. He isn't converting, उसको start ही नहीं मिल रहा.
Yes, yes.
Because he is getting out around 4 or 5 runs only. So what we expect him to do is, if you are hitting, so hit those balls which are वो ना slot में रहते हैं
Hmm.
आपके, उसको hit करो. Other than play a sensible cricket, right? Because not every pitch is like Hyderabad.
Yes.
कि वो जैसे भी मारो वो चला जाएगा, वैसा सब पिचेस वैसे नहीं रहते, राइट? तो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू से, इफ यू आर गोइंग टू बी एग्रेसिव, बी सेंसिबल also at the same time, right?
Yes, that
We
was my
expect
point
that
there. Yeah.
we don't expect centuries or half centuries in T20 cricket. Century, half century is a big thing in T20 cricket, right? Because it is a fast-paced game,
Hmm.
and if you are playing that fast, it is given that ki wicket girega. So if you are scoring around 30 to 20, 40 runs, that is enough, right?
Hmm.
From each batsman. So that's why coming to Tilak Verma, that's why I am saying ki Tilak Verma is consistent because he is scoring around 20 to 30 runs in each inning in
Yes.
T20 at least.
Hmm.
So what are your thoughts on him?
Yes,
Coming to
actually.
Yadav
Uh-huh.
बाद में आते क्या पे फिर तीरथ पे आते हैं.
But one point to add, ki we saw Abhishek Sharma playing some good knocks in that India A emerging tournament, right? He had a couple of good innings in that, so we thought that he might convert those innings here also. But unfortunately, that did not happen. And yes, coming to Tilak Verma's point, yes, he is playing consistently for a long time now. Not long time, for some time. Also, we saw that in the emerging players tournament as well. He was averaging, I think he almost scored around 30 plus runs in every inning, right? So around 30, 35 was averaging in that tournament also. And over here also, I think in the second game also he scored around 20, 25 runs, right? So yes,
Yes.
in T20 also, you are expected to, if you are a top order batsman, so you are expected to score minimum 25 runs at least, right? Because in Abhishek Sharma's case, he has an advantage of restriction, field restriction, so he can play. But that is also one point that her time you cannot hit that aerial shots, right? You cannot depend on it every time. Sometimes you have to play those grounded shots also, like Sanju did in that inning. अगर वो नहीं बैठ रहा है तो नीचे से खेल के he scored a lot of boundaries along the ground. Every time he wasn't trying to hit sixes. So that is one thing I think he should bring into his game is
And
what
I
I'm.
guess that is what we expect from everybody actually. Because
Hmm.
if we see in all the formats, I'm not just saying in T20. Actually, this is the stat that you showed me actually. That everybody who is getting out from all the formats, not just
Hmm. Hmm.
T20, ODI, सब में, they are trying to hit those aerial shots and giving out those catches. So if you play those ground shots, at least वो four नहीं जाएगा, but it can be converted to 2 runs, 1 run. You are not giving out your wicket, right?
Yes.
So that is what we are expecting from everybody. If there are shots that you could play, आपको पता है ये मार सकता हो, that I have practiced this in the net sessions, right? So you
Hmm.
would go and hit those shots. But uske alawa, if you are just swinging bat over everything, then it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
And if
Exactly.
coming to Tilak Verma, he scored 20 runs out of 20 balls. So वो एक मतलब अभी मैंने जैसे बोला हार्दिक scored 39 out of 45. So the top order is collapsing. उसके बाद भी जो है वो इतना खेल नहीं पा रहे. So
Hmm.
वो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के साथ खेलना बनता ही है. If you are also going hitting and out हो रहे हो तो it doesn't make sense, right?
Hmm.
But you have to मतलब 100 का जो strike rate that is good actually. मतलब you are continuously running. उसमें भी उसने सिर्फ एक सिक्स मारा एक फोर मारा मतलब 10 रन तो ऐसे किया है एंड देन स्ट्राइक चेंज वगैरह करके ये स्कोर दोज रन
Yes.
10 singles and 1 6 and 1.
Yes. Also, I think one thing we need to work on is the finishing also, I think, in the game because Hardik in the first game he scored 2 of 6 runs. I think he could not capitalize on the innings which the momentum which Sanju Samson gave us. And also for Rinku Singh, to be fair, he has hit 2 boundaries, but वो एक रिंकू सिंह से भी एक एक्सपेक्टेशन रहता है राइट कि शुड ही हैज द एबिलिटी टू फिनिश द गेम्स ऑन अ वेरी हाई नोट.
So these are expectations that are built up from
हम्म.
IPL, right? We have seen these players score pretty good runs for their franchises, and that is why they are selected in the Indian team, right? International team. So that those are the expectations built from those type of innings that we have seen in IPL.
हम्म.
So yeah, that is why we think, and he has proven himself, right? Rinku Singh has proven himself in earlier matches that he has scored around, मतलब finish करता है या फिर whatever he does, he comes on aggressively and hit those sixes here and there, and he scores those runs. काय बोलते थे
स्कोर 2 रन, हाँ.
बेटर बैट नहीं रहा है brother. So that is why he has been backed up in this team, right?
Yes.
Talking about Rinku Singh. And we expect the finish from both Hardik and Rinku. But so far in this series, we haven't seen those type of finishes from both. But Hardik played sensible cricket in the last match. But in the first match, he scored around 2 runs in 6 balls. So that was also a bit concerning, actually. I would say.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Yes, it is a bit concerning because Hardik being a senior player, I think he knows. I'm not वैसा ये नहीं कर रहा हूँ हार्दिक but कि being a senior player, I think there was a need for him to stay there to finish the game. I think if he would have stayed for a long time till the end, at least I think 235, 240 tak we could have scored
So
because he
that was
got
the
out in the
expectation.
16th over, right? So yes,
Yes.
if he would have stayed, even if you consider वो आउट होने से पहले 5 बॉल में 2 रन किया, सो वो जो सिक्स्थ बॉल था, आई थिंक ही गॉट आउट व्हाइल हिटिंग अ सिक्स और समथिंग, राइट? सो कंसिडर वो कनेक्ट हो जाता, सो आई थिंक दैट कुड हैव गिवन हिम अ मोमेंटम, बट वही है ना कि इन सर्च ऑफ रन्स यू ऑलवेज टेंड टू गेट ऑफ ट्रैक अ लिटिल बिट.
Yeah, and those were a pretty good setup from the bowlers, right? If you see Hardik Pandya को out किया and then रिंकू सिंह का भी ये एंसन ने किया था, I don't remember, but Hardik and someone else got out on the similar type of a ball. They were
Hmm.
bowled outside of pretty far and they were trying to hit and वो बराबर वहाँ पे filter खड़ा था. So those two were set up क्या बोलते हैं उसको pretty much similar and मतलब वो एक प्रेशर बिल्डअप हो जाता है वी नो दैट इट्स अ T20 गेम इट्स अ फास्ट पेस गेम इफ यू डोंट स्कोर इन टू balls also there is a pressure building at your end, right?
Hmm.
So in that pressure I think he hit because वो उसका ये भी है क्या बोलते हैं इसका हिटिंग आर्क भी है he hits those offside balls to the sixes
यस,
बाउंड्रीज लेके
ओवर
आते हैं
कवर्स,
पहले.
हाँ.
Yeah. So I guess that is why he went to that, but he was set up, and some other batsman was also set up similarly.
यस.
I guess it was Akhtar Patel. I don't remember.
Yes. It's like, also, if you look at the score, if you look at the fall of wickets, right? Sanju Samson wicket fell on the score of 175, which was in 15.4 overs. So India finished on 202 for 8 after that. So we lost 4 wickets for 27 runs in the last 4 overs, 3.5, 4 overs. So that was one of the part which was which I was trying to say कि if अभी अभी देखेंगे तो इफ्स एंड बट्स ही हो जाता है, बट इफ इवन डेथ डेथ ओवर्स में अगर तुम लोग का बाउंड्रीज भी नहीं जा रहा है, सो एटलीस्ट यू कैन पुश इन द गैप, एंड जैसे हम लोग ने पहले भी कोई वीडियो में बात किया था कि सिंगल डबल ले सकते हैं, राइट? गैप में डाल के बाउंड्रीज आएगा, क्योंकि एट द एंड वो फील्डर्स को भी रन्स रोकना है डेथ ओवर्स में. सो वो हिसाब से भी एक आध बॉल आ जाता है, बॉलर्स भी डिफेंड करने देखते हैं, एक आध फुल टॉस उल्टॉस आ ही जाता है कि यू कैन हिट दैट फॉर अ बाउंड्री, बट वही है ना कि ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कि अंधे जैसा बैट नहीं घुमा सकते ना. वही वही
Actually,
हुआ, आई थिंक यही.
we have seen that from Arshdeep, right? He comes and just swings it around everywhere, and कहीं पे एक लग गया तो वो चला जाता है.
आई थिंक द टर्म फॉर दैट इज ब्लाइंडली स्लॉगिंग नहीं कर सकते. बट एनीवेज, that was a great start to the series for the likes of Sanju Samson and Tilak Verma in terms of batting. Both
Actually,
were,
yeah. But coming to Surya Kumar Yadav,
yes.
so
सूर्या भाई क्या कर दिया सूर्या भाई.
I don't know. I just have a bias regarding captains actually. Whenever they are not performing, मेरे को लगता है कि उनके ऊपर एक अलग प्रेशर रहता ही है.
हम्म.
And also बैटिंग वो नहीं होता मतलब दैट्स व्हाई आई से कि एक बॉलर को कैप्टन नहीं होना चाहिए बिकॉज ही हैज दैट प्रेशर ऑन हिम कि इसको बॉलिंग देना है उसको बॉलिंग देना है एंड देन ही हैज टू इवन बोल करेक्टली बाय हिज ओन एंड राइट.
Yes.
सो वो एक डिस्टर्ब कर देता है माइंडसेट को एट दैट टाइम. वैसे ही मेरे को लगता है मतलब ये मेरे को मेरा पर्सनल ओपिनियन है आई डोंट नो कि ये सच में है कि नहीं बट आई फील दैट दिस इज द रियलिटी मेरे हिसाब से. ये डिल्यूजन भी हो सकता है बट
डेलुलु.
या मेरे को एक रहता है कि whenever the captains are गोवा मतलब जब भी देखो अभी व्हेन विराट कोहली वाज कैप्टन अभी यहाँ पे मुझे कोई फ्यूड क्रिएट नहीं करना बट दीज आर द स्टैट्स वी हैव सीन कि whenever विराट कोहली वाज कैप्टन रोहित शर्मा वाज परफॉर्मिंग फॉर हिम बट
हम्म.
उसके बल्ले भी आ रहा था बट दैट टाइप ऑफ रन्स वाज नॉट कमिंग फ्रॉम हिज एंड. वो एक अलग प्रेशर रहता है कैप्टनसी का एंड देन यू आल्सो हैव टू परफॉर्म वेल राइट. ये तुम लोग देखो जाके
हाँ, ये
अभी
एक स्टैट आया था बराबर, हाँ ये मैंने भी देखा है.
सचिन तेंदुलकर को ले लो whenever he was captaining he is there are no big performance from his end
हम्म.
राइट. सो वो एक है एंड आई मेरे को एक बाय होता है. सो सूर्या को एक मैं बोल सक मेरी तरफ से ऐसा रहता है कि हाँ चलो कैप्टन मतलब बॉलिंग चेंजेस किया देन फील्डिंग में वो सब बराबर किया तो एक यहाँ पे लीवे दे सकते कि हाँ भाई बैटिंग कैसे नहीं हो बाकी सब लोग को परफॉर्म करना चाहिए ये टाइम पे.
Yes, but I think the main part is Nikhil. He is a pure batsman in the team, right? उसको मतलब ऐसा भी नहीं कि वो ऑलराउंडर है उसको ही आल्सो हैज टू लुक ऑन हिज बॉलिंग एंड ऑल बट वो बोलते हैं ना यू हैड ओनली वन जॉब आई
He
कैन
had two
अंडरस्टैंड वो
jobs. Okay.
नहीं नहीं व्हाइल बैटिंग रे वही है कि
I know
हाँ
I know that is the thing कि बैटिंग के टाइम में बैटिंग पे फोकस करना चाहिए ये सब एंड these are some idols that you are speaking of but नहीं होता ना he is at last he is a human but expectation तो है I know whenever he's coming to bat and if he gets out at 4 or 0 in front of me I will give him galis only. There is no other thing. वो उसके बाद मैच खत्म होने के 2 घंटे के बाद अरे हाँ वो कैप्टन है वो बाद में आता है बट एट दैट टाइम इफ यू आस्क मी अरे यार ये 4 रन में आउट हो गया देन तो
यस आल्सो इन द पहले गेम में भी आई थिंक ही स्कोर्ड 20 समथिंग राइट
यस
वो भी आई थिंक उसको एक वो क्वेश्चन था कि एट द अदर एंड संजू सैमसन वाज स्कोरिंग दोस बल्क ऑफ द रन सो उतना उसके ऊपर वो भी प्रेशर नहीं था बट
यस राइट
टू बी
एंड
फेयर
ही
दोनों मैचेस में वी वर बैटिंग फर्स्ट राइट
यस
सो वाज इट द डिफरेंस मतलब पिच में कोई डिफरेंस था या क्या क्या इशू था
आई थिंक देयर वाज अ पिच डिफरेंस बिकॉज इफ यू सी मतलब सिर्फ संजू सैमसन के लिए बाकी बाकी किसी के लिए पिच डिफरेंस मेरे को लग नहीं रहा है कंसिडरिंग द साउथ अफ्रीकन बैट्समैन ऑल्सो ओके if you see, other than Sanju Samson, he is the one who scored 107 runs, right? After that, 21, 33 अपने end से हो रहा है, and South Africans batters were getting 25 के नीचे ही सब लोग हैं. They are not scoring about 25, 30, 40 जो हम लोग expect करते एक बैट्समैन स्कोर करना चाहिए. So
हम्म
उनके लिए भी अलग पिच नहीं था, बट संजू सैमसन के लिए अलग पिच था वो टाइम पे, and then this pitch was equal to everyone. Because if you see in this match, डिस्टेंस टफ्स को छोड़ के नो वन एल्स हैज स्कोर्ड अबाउट 20 रन्स यू सी
यस
चल एक हेनरिक्स ने रीजा रीजा हेनरिक्स ने 24 स्कोर किया है बट उसके आगे पीछे तो देखो 7-6 पे आउट हो गए
हम्म
एंड सिमिलर केस फॉर इंडिया इंडिया में सिर्फ तिलक वर्मा अक्षर पटेल एंड हार्दिक पांड्या स्कोर 2 रन्स
यस
राइट
आई
सो
थिंक हाँ
टेक्निकली
हम्म
टेक्निकली हु शुड हैव वन दिस मैच technically we from our end three batsmen performed well okay एंड उनकी तरफ से तो बॉलर्स से सबने अपना अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया बट फॉर देम ओनली वन बैट्समैन स्कोर्ड 47 रन्स एंड उसके बाद रीजा हेंड्रिक स्कोर्ड 24 रन्स
यस
सो वो कंपैरिजन के हिसाब से वी शुड हैव वन बट कमिंग टू आवर बॉलिंग आई नो यू हैव मेनी थिंग्स टू से
ये सेकंड गेम राइट आई थिंक to be fair, in the second game, right, we had made a comeback in the bowling also in the second innings, courtesy of Varun Chakravarti's magical spell. He took five for in that bowling spell, and also he was provided good support from Ravi Bishnoi as well because he was also bowling really economically. So, if you see, I think the pitch in the second game was kind of a spin friendly wicket, right? If
राइट
you see, but if you also see in the first game, right, the second innings में Indian spinners took 6 wickets, and the similar thing happened over here also. So I think batting second in South Africa is not easy. So yeah, keeping that aside, yes, we had the game till the 17th over, but unfortunately in the Avesh Khan over, everything turned around and that cost us the game eventually because if you might have looked at his over as well, he bowled a lot of full toss to Kodzi and also he bowled some length balls also, which were eventually smashed by the respective batters. I don't remember the बैटर who was on strike because दोनों भी राइटी थे स्टब्स था या कोडजी था इतना याद नहीं but also one of the six which Kodzi hit was the longest in the game वो सीधा स्टेडियम के वो बाहर ही चले गया था. It was 103 meters. So yeah,
Yeah,
that over kind of changed the game because up until that everything was going well for India. And no, even before that, actually, the 17th over, if you see, after the end of 16 overs, South Africa 88 for 7. Everything changed after that over when Arshdeep came to bowl. He conceded 12 runs in that. But if you still look at it, South Africa still needed 25 in 3 overs, which was over 8 and over. So we could have controlled that game still. But yeah, that everything changed in the Avesh Khan over where Coetzee kind of counter attacked his bowling. And later on, Tristan Stubbs finished the game in the 19th over where they smashed 4 boundaries of Arshdeep. So yes, the last 3 overs kind of changed the game eventually. We could have controlled it. I'm not saying ki our bowlers don't have the capability, but I think something went wrong over there. Maybe the spots which they were bowling in the final overs, they were giving, I think, length balls and full tosses. So that went against us. But yeah, that I don't know. What do you have to say on that?
you don't know because I haven't seen anything. Actually, I personally didn't watch the second test, second T20 because I didn't have the mood
टेस्ट
to
का
watch
नाम
it.
मत लो निखिल.
तो वही उसके वजह से ही मेरे को टी में एक्चुअली आई वाजंट गोइंग टू मतलब मेरे को याद भी नहीं था देयर इज सम T20 गोइंग ऑन यू आर द वन हु सेड मी कि यार ये T20 चल रहा है देखना चाहिए सो फर्स्ट तो देख लिया इट वाज गुड बट सेकंड में कोई मेरे को इंटरेस्ट नहीं था सो मैंने स्टार्टिंग में देखा खेला अच्छा
कोलैप्स. सेकंड गेम ना,
तो
सेकंड गेम में तो
सेकंड
कोलैप्स ही
गेम
हुआ
या
स्टार्ट हुई.
दैट दैट वाज इट मैंने कुछ भी नहीं देखा एक्चुअली मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा देख रहा था सेकंड इनिंग देखा मैंने एक्चुअली वेयर वी वर अराउंड कुछ 66 रन्स थे और 5 विकेट्स कुछ तो थे साउथ अफ्रीका तो आई
हम्म.
थॉट कि हाँ देयर इज अ सिचुएशन वेयर वी कैन कम बैक यहाँ से तो जीत ही जाएंगे अभी कौन ही बैटिंग करेगा एंड ऑल देयर वाज सम डिल्यूजन in my mind like this but Tristan Stubbs had other
प्लान्स.
plans actually so there
क्रिस्टन
is
स्टब से
no
ज्यादा आई थिंक कोटजी हैड सम अदर प्लान.
so
कोटजी वाज द वन हु इनिशिएटेड दैट काउंटर अटैक.
राइट सो दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज कमिंग टू बिकॉज में देखा जाएगा तो अक्षर ओनली बोल्ड वन ओवर
हम्म. यस. इवन द
राइट
कमेंटेटर्स वर सेइंग कि अक्षर को लाना चाहिए बट ही ब्रॉट अर्शदीप इन द 17th ओवर
तो
आफ्टर द बिश्नोई ओवर.
आई गेस वो ऐसे टेम्पलेट था इसलिए उन्होंने फॉलो कर लिया ऐसा हो गया बट द नीड वाज ऑफ अक्षर पटेल बिकॉज वी कैन ब्लेम हिम आल्सो
यस.
ही हैड ओनली टेकन मतलब 2 ओवर में 20 रन ही खाया था उसने स्टार्टिंग में सो अर्शदीप को लेके आ सकते थे देयर वाज नो एनीथिंग लाइक कि अर्शदीप को नहीं खेला देना चाहिए था बट आवेश खान को पर्सनली मेरे को लग रहा है कि नहीं देना चाहिए था आई डोंट नो देयर इज सम एनोमोसिटी टुवर्ड्स हिम इन माय माइंड आई वुड से बिकॉज आई मेरे को वो बंदा देख के ऐसा लगता है कि टीम इंडिया हारने वाली है करके आई डोंट नो व्हाई वो स्टार्टिंग में ना मैं अर्शदीप को देखा ही टुक दैट विकेट एंड आवेश खान केम टू बॉल एंड मैंने बंद कर दिया मैच सो दैट इज द रीजन मैं खुला बोल रहा हूँ कि मैंने उसके बाद ही बंद कर दिया आई डोंट नो व्हाई ही प्लेज वेल फॉर हिज फ्रेंचाइजी वो भी मैं मैच देखता नहीं बट सुना है कि ही प्लेज वेल फॉर हिज फ्रेंचाइजी ही टेक्स द विकेट ऑफ रोहित शर्मा विराट कोहली लाइक्स ऑफ रोहित उस फ्रेंचाइजी क्रिकेट में एंड इन दिस टाइम वो ना लाइन लेंथ सब भूल जाते हैं
यस.
सो ऐसा कुछ सोचता रहता है तो आई पर्सनली फील कि आवेश खान को 2 ओवर दे दो अगर इफ यू आर प्लेइंग हिम गिव हिम 2 ओवर्स वो स्टार्टिंग में जहाँ पे बॉलर्स को मिलता है ना मूवमेंट मिलता है तभी एंड देन यू कांट आई डोंट थिंक ही फिजिबल रहता है हर बार because in franchise cricket also he gets it whenever he
हम्म.
comes to bat. Sorry, bowl in the last overs, right? So
यस.
Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma comes to bat at the start. Whenever at that time they are getting the movements, right? फ्रॉम द बॉल से मदद मिल रहा है, वो सब रहता है.
Yes.
So at that time he bowls well, and in the last overs he goes for those big boundaries.
Yes. So I think yes, that is something which the management needs to look at now. Ki
Not only the management,
how will the bowlers be rotated?
yes, not only the management, but if the situation is telling you कि भाई खेलने वाले स्पिनर्स है, सो एक साइड से यू कैन बोल राइट, लाइक एक टेम्पलेट रोहित शर्मा का है, तो रोहित शर्मा व्हाट इट डज, एक टेम्पलेट मेरे को कोच ने बनाया या फिर मैंने बना के रखा है, दैट आई विल फॉलो. बट
Hmm.
कंसिडरिंग पीपल के पास पहले के भी कैप्टन है लाइक एमएसडी, राइट, ही यूज्ड टू इन सिचुएशन वाइज वो बॉलिंग देता था. सो
Yes.
ही यूज्ड टू गिव द बॉलर्स द स्टार्ट ऑफ द गेम ओनली द over, right? First over he used to give the to the spinners, and also in the death overs he used to give the ball to the spinners, right?
Yes.
Like what we did against Bangladesh, right? पांच छह spinners खिलाए थे. We could have done that in this match also, but
Yes.
I don't know. VVS लक्ष्मण था तो they उसके खिलाफ नहीं जाना चाहिए था, इसलिए नहीं गए. I don't know. ये तो उनका बात है. बट गौतम गंभीर रहता तो आई फील कि बहुत सब लोग ने, मतलब मेरे को लगता है जो अभिषेक शर्मा ने बॉलिंग किया रहता.
Yes. तो वो इसमें बात भी किया था ना एक वीडियो में, आई थिंक द श्रीलंका सीरीज वाले वीडियो में भी हैड टॉक्ड अबाउट इट, राइट? कि ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवन बोल्ड इन दैट गेम.
हाँ, सॉरी, श्रीलंका, बांग्लादेश नहीं, श्रीलंका,
हम्म.
श्रीलंका का मैच.
इवन हाँ, इवन बांग्लादेश का वो मैच में भी सेम हुआ था T20 में. ऑलमोस्ट
सब लोग
एवरीबॉडी
बॉलिंग कर
बोल्ड.
रहे थे.
हाँ. यस. सो यस, दैट ही कुड हैव ट्राइड, बट आई थिंक वो रहेगा कि साउथ अफ्रीका जैसा ऑपोजिशन है सामने, सो ही माइट हैव बीन अ बिट रिलक्टेंट टू यूज.
अरे कौन सा तुम लोग टूर्नामेंट खेल रहे हो यार? बायलैटरल सीरीज है यहाँ पे, तो परफॉर्म मतलब टेस्टिंग करोगे ना. यू डोंट हैव
हम्म.
टू स्टिक टू एनीथिंग इन दिस बायलैटरल सीरीज. हार
यस.
गए तो हार गए, कैप्टेंसी कौन लेके जा रहेगा आपका?
हार्दिक लेके जा रहे कैप्टन. जोक्स अपार्ट, आई थिंक यस, अक्सर, इवन यस, जैसे मैंने बोला कमेंट्री में भी बोल रहे थे कि दे वर एक्सपेक्टिंग अक्षर पटेल टू कम इन टू बोल एंड लाइक जैसे वर्ल्ड कप में उसने डाला था, ही कुड हैव स्टॉप द फ्लो ऑफ रन, क्योंकि उसने वो गेम थोड़ा स्लो कर देता ना वो, रादर देन
अब
प्लेइंग
व्हाट
फास्ट.
द थिंग इज कि यहाँ पे स्पिनर्स को मदद मिल रहा था, राइट?
एग्जैक्टली,
सो
वही पॉइंट है.
यू शुड हैव गिवन द होल टू द, कोई भी स्पिनर, आई एम नॉट इवन सेइंग अक्षर, खुद डाल देता था सूर्य कुमार यादव, पिन पिन कुछ तो आड़ा एड़ा मतलब आई एम जस्ट सेइंग दैट कि तेरे को अक्षर को नहीं देना है. देयर इज सम feud going on. I am not going to say
आई डोंट
going
नो.
on between you कि चल भाई तेरे को नहीं देगा, जा क्या कर लेगा. बट
अक्षर
फिर भी
पटेल,
यार
अक्षर पटेल वैसे भी वो रनआउट के बाद भड़क गया था थोड़ा. किस पे भड़का था पता नहीं, बट भड़क गया था. यार वो रनआउट भी कितना अनलकी था यार उसका. हार्दिक ने ऐसे स्ट्रेट मारा, वो बॉलर का हाथ लग के स्टंप पे चले. एंड वो बॉलर के साथ ही बॉलर फॉलो थ्रू में जिधर आगे जाता है, अक्षर बॉल ऑल्सो गो देयर ओनली. एंड वो सिर्फ
उसके साथ ही
पीछे
जा
देख
रहे
सकता था बस, और कुछ नहीं कर सकता था.
हैं.
इवन वो अंपायर ने वो थर्ड अंपायर के लिए सिग्नल किया, बट अक्षर पटेल ऑलरेडी ऑलरेडी चार निकल गया था. बोला था
So
आई
yeah,
डोंट
though
केयर.
these were two bits about T20 series against Sri Lanka, sorry, South Africa, that we had to share. Let's see what is the result in the third T20 match that will be played on 30th, 13th November. Let's see what will be the plans, and if those plans doesn't work out, will Surya Kumar Yadav will go with his guts or intuitions at that time, like he had done in the past? Because that is what is needed in T20 game, right? At last, एक template follow करके नहीं होता. That we have seen in the World Cup finals, right? अगर spinners को दे रहे हो, नहीं चल रहे फिर भी दे रहे हो, तो 30 ओवर 30 पे आने ही वाले हो.
बट ये गेम फर्स्ट गेम में अगर तूने देखा रहेगा निखिल की क्लासन जो बॉल पे सिक्स मारा था वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल पे वो वैसे ही बॉल पे आउट हुआ है ये फर्स्ट गेम में. बट या
Right.
एनीवेज दैट इज हाउ द
The game
स्पोर्ट्स
works.
गोज राइट. यस. वन डे यू आर द हीरो, द नेक्स्ट डे आई मीन वन डे वो शॉट लग जाता है, अगले दिन वो शॉट नहीं लगता.
One day you are the World Cup winning captain, the other day you are the first time home series loser.
यस. हैपन होता है. यस आई
Yeah.
थिंक.
So I guess that's it.
यस. That's it for this one. And yes, we were not able to record videos for the past couple of weeks because we were on Diwali vacation. As well as there was some changes going on with our channel, with respect to our channel, which I mentioned in the start of the video. So yes, we'll be going by the name of Dudes Banter now. So आप लोग ही बताओ कमेंट्स में किसका नाम डूड है और किसका नाम बैंटर होना चाहिए. So yes, I think with that being said, the next game, as Nikhil mentioned, is on 13 November at Centurion, the third T20. So it will also be a night game, Nikhil, as they have mentioned over here. Anyways, game is game. दिन में खिलाओ, रात में खिलाओ. इंडिया को ही जीतना ही पड़ेगा.
And T20 games are always played in night. So
Yeah. So yeah, I think let's keep it to this in this video. So thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Otherwise निखिल आ जाएगा आपके घर पे जबरदस्ती सब्सक्राइब सब्सक्राइब दबा रहे. देखो देखो ऐसे ही आएगा वो. So yes, I think that's it as I said. And yes, जो आपको टास्क दिया है वो करो. Do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And also mention in the comments below ki what do you think about the Indian series so far. We are standing at 1-1, and yes, do comment that in the comments box below. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, thanks for watching.